Connor, it is Doctor Who's Night of Nights. We are celebrating 20 years of New Who with the 50%
baby.
Doctor Who Oscars.
Let's go. Let's hear the crowd, baby.
Get it up, giddy
Come
up,
on.
giddy up.
You can get louder than that.
Come on,
Let's
louder,
go.
louder,
Let's go.
louder.
Let's go. Come
Now,
on.
everyone,
Come on.
okay,
And
shut up.
stop.
Shut up. It's time.
Quit it.
We reached out to you, lovely folks, online, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, da-da-da-da-da. We sent out a little bit of a survey thingo with our top picks, you know, talking like best directed episodes of the last 20 years of Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. The best episode, best performances from a doctor, a companion, a villain, yada, yada, that kind of thing. You guys turned the hell up and you voted, and we are so, so grateful for how many of you turned up.
I was shocked, Aiden. I was shocked.
Yes.
Confused. I was like, Aiden, was it you doing that every time?
That's it. Yeah, it's just me many times.
That was awesome. It was great. Thank you for showing up, everybody. Very sweet.
We have very different descriptions of what cocktail is, I guess, for the Oscars.
Why?
We're just dressed a little bit differently.
Oh, right. Well, let me explain myself, okay? So every single time we've done like the 100th episode, we did like, I don't know, the 200th. I've always like dressed up, and Aiden just doesn't like to do it. And today I was just like, fuck it, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it because I always show up looking like with a tie on and shit. I was like, I'm not doing it today. And then the one day I do that, Aiden looks so swanky, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. My God. My heart is melting like butter. And then,
That's good.
I'm in shorts.
Connor is in shorts. What?
So. Thank you. I was far too kind.
Get the legs up. Show them the knees.
I've got Converse on, DT.
That's great.
So that's how it is with me.
Yeah, rocking it, mate. Well, you know, we love cocktail, and this is our descriptions of cocktail.
I do like cocktails.
So yeah, that's what today's podcast all is. It's just going through the answers, your guys' answers. There is some great answers here.
Some questionable ones, some good ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing, right? I don't know. I'm like you, the audience. Right? I don't know shit.
Connor's here to react
Okay, yeah,
to the
I'll
winners.
react.
You're doing the acceptance. You need to come up with acceptance speeches for each of them, okay?
Okay, that would be funny. I like that.
And if you go too long, I start going...
Stop playing the music. I'm going to finish. I've done this before. Who said that?
Some guy.
Brody.
Adrian Brody. Yeah, I thought it would be. I know he's been a long time. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very exciting. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already, follow us, rate us, review, do absolutely everything. And let's get into this bloody great show.
50% podcast.
And if you are new here,
Yes.
genuinely do subscribe because there's so much content coming out over the new series. So get hyped. What were you going to say, Connor?
I was going to say, as you're the only person right now who knows the results, were there a few that surprised you?
Yes and no. Yeah, I think I was surprised. It was like watching sports, like watching these results come through. For example, the showrunner one was
that would be interesting.
So far leaning one way early on.
I'm very excited to see that.
And then it flipped within like a few hours. It carved back out and went all the way around the other way. Wow. And then it went back to the other way.
Okay.
There was a point where Chris Chibnall had a large portion of the pie.
What?
And I was like, this is crazy what's going on. I love it. I'm because it's just everyone loving it. You know, everyone loving Doctor Who and voting. So we're here to celebrate, it's not the Razzies. It's not the Razzies. As much as one person did comment saying you guys should do the Razzies for Doctor Who.
Oh, the Whoosies.
The Whoosies.
The Whoosies.
Okay, we will save best story to last, I suppose, and work our way.
I wonder what won that.
Up, okay. Who knows? So let's start with a little bit of a musical category.
Oh,
Connor.
shit. I'm excited.
That's right. Now, unfortunately, there is a lot of Murray. Well, actually, fortunately, there's a lot of Murray Gold music for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Sagana Canola's music.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy, but for a large amount of people, it is not as recognizable as Murray Gold music.
Sure.
So I think there's no surprise here that Murray Gold has won. The way that we've done this for best original score is we've looked at the episode with the best overall original score. Now, if you look at something like Doomsday, it's got a really iconic score at the end. Mm-hmm. But is the rest of the episode super iconic? Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Any bets on what could be number one?
Can you read the nominees so I can guess?
Yeah, I can.
And the nominees are?
And the nominees are, I'll just rank off the top 4 for you, okay?
Go.
And the top 4 nominees are Heaven Sent,
Mm-hmm.
The 11th Hour, The End of Time, and Doomsday.
Oh, I'm going to say Doomsday.
And the winner is Heaven Sent.
No!
Yeah, baby.
Oh my God. Wow.
A round of applause. We're going to get so sick of the round of applause by the end of this pod.
Accepted speech, I
Yes.
guess I should
Hello,
say.
Murray Gold. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, everybody.
I'm Murray Gold.
I just want to thank my fellow nominee, Sakana Kanoa, who I swore he was going to win. It's crazy. I didn't even write a speech because I thought he was going to win. I thought personally it was going to go for Doomsday. This is Murray Gold speaking. We went for Heaven Sent, and I'm very grateful. And I actually really enjoyed doing that piece. And, I think it added to the episode. But thank you, everybody. I'm being played off. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mate, we love Murray Gold. Don't you love Murray Gold?
I do love Murray, but I think Doomsday is his #1 played song on Spotify. So that's why I thought it was a little bit of a trick with what you were doing, saying you're like Doomsday, but maybe people don't like the episode. And I'm like, this is a ruse, isn't it?
No.
Wow.
I think Heaven Sent is a good pick. My personal pick was The End of Time. Because I think and The End of Time is super big and cinematic, but also it's fucking brilliant. Like, I do think it is the best Doctor Who has ever sounded. And obviously it gave us Valadechem.
If we can say it.
If we can say it right. But Heaven Sent does rely so heavily on its score. So I'm not surprised it won.
Fantastic.
Connor,
Congratulations, Mr. Gold.
The next segment is the best spin-off series.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay.
And the nominees are
All right.
Torchwood, The Sarah Jane Adventures, Class, and K9, the Australian TV series.
All right.
And before you answer
Yes.
your predictions, people did vote for K9, the Australian TV series.
I bet they did. Was it a meme or was it?
I don't know. I didn't ask them.
Okay. I'm going to say it would be a toss-up between Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures, but I think Torchwood has more fans.
Well, I'll say this.
Yes.
This was another exciting one to watch. Where very early on, Sarah Jane Adventures was miles ahead. And then, holy shit, Torchwood came out of nowhere. But then, oh my God, at the last hurdle, the Sarah Jane Adventures took it back. The winner is the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Okay.
Welcome to the stage, Sarah Jane Adventures. Deliver your speech now.
Okay. I'm actually quite shocked because I thought Torchwood was going to win, but we did the show for the kids and the kids loved it.
We did it for the kids.
I want to dedicate this award to our girl, Elizabeth Sladen. We love you. And thank you. We love you. Good night.
We love you, Liz.
Good night.
Perfectly timed speech.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I did. Yeah, I learned from Murray Gold. He got played off.
What a
Wow. Okay,
tragedy.
that surprises me. I thought Torchwood, so I haven't guessed any right so far.
No, you haven't. Let's go down to the best guest writer. So this is a writer that wrote on the show but was not the showrunner.
Fantastic.
And we didn't include like a Moffat pen script in a Russell T Davies era or anything like that. So I'm just going to list off the most voted ones here as our nominees, okay? And the nominees are Mark Gatiss, Robert Sherman, Paul Cornell, Toby Whithouse, Richard Curtis, and Maxine Alderton. Ooh.
Right.
What is your vote, Connor Hannum?
So I voted for Toby, but I'm going to say that Richard Curtis takes it because he only did one and he's a huge writer. I'm going to say Richard Curtis.
Well, the winner and my personal vote is Paul Cornell for Father's Day, Human Nature, and the Family of Blood.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the stage, Mr. Paul Cornell.
Thank you to all my nominees. I wrote these stories for you, the fans. Father's Day, I really loved that episode. I'm glad it resonated.
Yeah.
As for Human Nature, Family of Blood, I love it. I did hear this guy called Connor gave it only a 9.5 on his podcast and wishes that he gave it a 10. And I'm not dedicating this award to him.
But to me, because I gave it a 10 when we reviewed it.
But I do know a guy called Aiden who did.
Thank you, Paul.
So thank you so much, everybody. This is an honor.
Thank you, Paul.
Guest, let's go.
Wow.
Invite me back, baby.
Guest, more like future showrunner, Paul Cornell.
Thank you. You're all so kind.
That's
Okay,
enough.
I'm leaving.
That's enough
You
from
have to
Paul.
play it. I'm leaving the state. I'm saying thank you. Goodbye.
Enough's enough, Paul.
Okay, they play it when you're saying goodbye.
Enough,
I see.
Enough,
I see.
Enough's enough.
Okay.
Okay, how are we tracking so far? Feeling good?
I'm shocked so far.
Really?
This is not how I thought it was going to go.
Well, that's good.
You made it kind of sound like it was like quite obvious. I never would have guessed that. I think because Toby's just written so many bangers, and I don't think Mark was going to win, but Mark's been around for so long. I know people have kind of warmed up to him over the years. So yeah, that really, yeah.
Well, so I
That's
move on
crazy.
to a big battle.
Okay.
One of the biggest battles in
Oh,
the
this is excited. All right, go.
in the whole thing. The best showrunner.
Okay, this is a big one.
We've had 3 showrunners. So the nominees are Russell T. Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall. Connor, your thoughts?
This is a big one. Okay, now I voted for Russell because he brought the show back, but I think that people have definitely looked back at Stephen's era as a lot bigger and better than they thought. I think, and also if you're the current showrunner, I just don't think you're anyone's favorite when you're doing that.
Of course, the current showrunner is always hated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with peace and love to Chris Chibnall, I think I'm going to give it to Stephen Moffat, but I'm very interested to see who won. Aiden,
Well,
if you please.
I pretty much agree with everything you just said there, in that I think I wonder what this would be like if Russell wasn't the current showrunner. For example,
Correct.
if he never came back.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I wonder what this would be like. And that basically means that Stephen Moffat is the winner. Welcome to the show, Stephen Moffat.
Thank you. I've had a few wines,
I was waiting for it.
so I don't really know what to say other than thank you to my beautiful Nonomies. Nonomies, see us the wine talking. You should have won instead. Thank you.
And that's it. That was a quick one. Quick
That's
and easy.
it.
I love that.
That surprises me.
Yeah?
Wow.
Well, there you go.
I thought maybe people would have remembered RTD 1. But again, what we just said, yeah. This is great. This is not going the way I thought, and I love that. I love that.
Time for the mid-episode entertainment.
Who's that then?
Please welcome Shooty Gatwa, Murray Gold, Millie Gibson, and the Beatles.
Wow.
With There's Always a Twist at the end.
There's always a twist. There's always a twist. There's always a twist at the end.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. for
Murray
that.
Gold just won his first Hui tonight.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
I love it.
Okay, episodes of Doctor Who.
Yes.
Direction can go up and down. It can go anyway. It is a super important part of directing an episode of Who. And I think a lot of, for example, Russell's early era went pretty underrated in terms of direction. I think there's some good ideas there. Sometimes maybe not the budget or something
budget,
to
yeah, absolutely.
execute them. But as the show has definitely, gotten bigger, you can see some episodes with some brilliant, brilliant direction.
Absolutely.
And I honestly, like, my favorite Doctor Who director at the moment is Dylan Holmes Williams. Like, I just love
Mr. Holmes
what
himself.
Mr. Holmes did.
Yeah, I agree.
With 73 yards, and even like Don and Bubble, I think he did a smashing job directing
Your
it.
favorite, yeah.
My favorite episode of Doctor Who
Yeah.
of all time. Okay, so
And Anonymies are...
the nominees are Jamie Magnus Stone, Dylan Holmes Williams,
Mr. Holmes.
Eros Lynn, Graham Harper, Nick Huran, Adam Smith, and Rachel Talele. Now, I will say, I basically put these in here not as the best director in general, but I linked it up with an episode that I thought was the best directed of them.
Yes.
For example, Rachel Talele is for Heaven Sent.
Heaven Sent.
Jamie Magnus Stone I did for Village of the Angels, although I think all of his episodes are pretty consistent.
Doctor.
Yeah, but I think Village of the Angels has some really good moments of
You like the
direction
visuals.
in it
I
with the
like
visuals.
visuals. Sometimes we don't agree with the foreign press.
I was going to put Timeless Children because I think he actually does a great job directing that, but I knew that no one would vote for its controversy.
Yeah.
Eros Lynn is here for The Girl in the Fireplace, Graham
Beautiful.
Harper for The Waters of Mars,
Great.
Adam Smith for The 11th Hour,
Brilliant.
Nick Huran for The Day of the Doctor, and
yeah.
I think I already said Rachel Talele for Heaven Sent. Connor,
Yeah.
place your bets.
I'm going to say Rachel takes it, and I really hope that she does. I personally voted for Rachel, but I love Graham, and I love Dylan, I love Euros. I love all those directors, but I'm going to say I think Rachel just has the source, and I think she has done such iconic episodes. I'm going to give it to Rachel Talale.
Well, Heaven Sent was a one-man band, essentially, so Rachel had to almost become another character in there with her direction.
Absolutely.
And I think that shows because Heaven Sent won with 57.5% of the votes. Congratulations, Rachel Talele. Welcome to the show, Rachel.
I'm an American directing a British show, and that's my dream come true. And I want to thank everybody. And I love you all. And Heaven Sent is probably the greatest episode of TV of all time. I know I'm biased, but thank you, everybody. And I'm a woman who won an award, which is awesome. My accent slipped. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you,
Rachel.
to Stephen Moffat, who gave me a chance when I needed one. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Good night. I probably won't come back. See ya. Fantastic.
Amazing. Oh, I'm glad we had that chat.
Beautiful.
Directing is so good and such an underrated part of the show. But another big part of the show, we travel through time and space. We see new characters come and go every week. We've got a lot of guest actors. We've got a lot of guest actors on the show, a lot of them. And we want to find out who the very best one was. There's a bunch of iconic ones, but let's list off the top 5 nominees. And the nominees are Michael Gambon as Kazran from A Christmas Carol.
Right.
Carrie Mulligan as Sally Sparrow from Blink. Kylie Minogue as Astrid Peth from Voyage of the Damned. Lindsay Duncan as Adelaide Brooke from The Waters of Mars. And Tony Curran as Vincent van Gogh in Vincent and the Doctor.
Right, so I voted for Lindsay personally. And I think I don't know who's going to win Aiden Green. I can't pick.
Well, the winner is... this is the one that I did spoil to Connor before the podcast. He cannot stage things. Whenever something goes wrong with the pod,
because I know it's going to make you break.
I know. So he always just starts laughing whenever we're being fake. The winner of the best guest actor is Tony Curran. Welcome to the show, Tony Curran. Congratulations. This is Tony Curran's first Hui award.
Faithful Begoria.
Hello.
I'm only up here today because of Richard Curtis's writing. I sound Scottish now.
You do.
And that's who I have to thank. Karen and Matt, you were brilliant. Stephen is the showrunner. It was great. I fought an invisible chicken and it made everyone cry. Thank you. This is an honor. Good night.
Amazing.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
everybody. That's an awful Irish accent.
Thank you,
Good
Mr.
night.
Go.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Amazing.
Goodbye.
Amazing.
Wow.
What a winner. And that was a big result as well for Tony. So that is amazing. And definitely my pick as well.
Fantastic.
I think he does an incredible job in there. And also, as a kid, I remember him in Primeval. Do you remember that? He played a knight that got trapped in the modern day.
Oh, you're right. I see him in tons of stuff still.
Yeah. He's around.
And I follow him on Twitter as well. Nice guy.
What a guy. Okay, now we're getting juicy.
Okay.
We're getting to some big stuff now. Okay, some big swings, some big hitters. The best supporting actor. Okay. Which of these recurring actors gives the best performance throughout their time on Doctor Who? And the nominees are Gemma Redgrave as Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, John Berman as Captain Jack Harkness, Alex Kingston as River Song, Neve McIntosh as Vastra, Elizabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane Smith, Bernard Cribbins as Wilfred Mott, and Craig Ells as Carvanista.
I'm going to say it's either Bernard or Liz. But I'm going to say Bernard Cribbins.
And the winner is Bernard Cribbins as Wilfred Mott. Wow, welcome to the show, a representative of Bernard Cribbins' family.
We love Bernard. We loved his time on the show. He would be nothing but honoured to win this award, and we dedicate this to him. And I think it's fair to say he really loved the show. And we love him.
We do love him. What a man.
Thank you, Bernard. That's beautiful.
Yeah, Bernard would definitely get my vote. So yeah, a great job for all of the other supporting actors there. We had Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, Captain Jack, River Song.
Get my name out your fucking mouth.
Sorry, what about River Song?
Keep my wife's name out
Sorry,
your
Mr. Smith, what did you say? Whoa. Step away from the stage. Okay, that was yep. I've never been punched on a stage before.
This is just, are we coming to a break or?
Well, we might have to. The Jaduna escorting Mr. Smith out of the stage.
Mr. Smith.
That is funny. That it's Matt Smith and Will Smith.
Yeah, just think of that.
There you go.
Oh, lovely.
We'll be back after these messages.
Thank you.
And we're back at the 20-year anniversary of New Who Oscars. Whoa, thank you. Amazing. Connor, hit us with some jokes. We need to flesh this out, as we said.
I was practicing these in the car today.
Oh, please, now practice them on me.
Oh, God, what was I? Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Geez, 20 years of Doctor Who, huh? I can't remember any of them. This is great. I've been putting on the spot here.
Yeah, okay.
Here's the thing, though. It's like you said stay positive, so I could make some digs, but I feel like that's
they
not
kinda,
appropriate. Okay?
Well, it depends how harsh the digs are.
Last thing, my dick, sometimes I don't read the room, and I'm like, oh, you're a... and it's like, why did you say that?
Hit me with one.
I'm trying to think. Wow, 20 years since Doctor Who's been on the air, Aiden. Mm-hmm. 20 years. How old were you in 20 years ago?
I was 6 years old.
Wow. You know, when I was 6 years old, I used to wake up with a smile. Now I wake up and I'm lucky if my back doesn't hurt like fucking hell.
Is that yeah?
I don't know. I don't have anything.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
You can't even edit in laughs or anything like that. Wow. I was gonna do a joke about Russell, but I decided not to because I'm a nice guy and this is a good night. I decided to rip into myself.
I like that.
That's all I've got, folks.
If you had, however, ripped into Russell, some might call you a bit of a villain.
Well, there you go.
And villains are a big part of Doctor Who,
I'm not a villain.
as we know.
I'm the hero.
There's been many big Doctor Who villains in our time. And we want to know what the best performance by a Doctor Who villain is. Ooh,
it's a big one.
Connor, the nominees are...
Yes.
John Sim as the Master in The Sound of Drums and Last of the Time Lords. Julian Bleach as Davros in The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. Toby Jones as the Dream Lord from Amy's Choice. Michelle Gomez as Missy from World Enough and Time's The Doctor Falls. Sacha Dhawan as the Master in The Timeless Children. And Sam Spurrell as Swarm from Flux.
This is going to easily be John Sim as the Master. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say John Sim.
The winner, with 50.5% of the votes,
what
is...
do your eyes see, Aiden?
Michelle Gomez as Missy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Well done, Michelle.
Wow.
Well done.
Calling in from New York because she couldn't attend because she lives in New York.
Oh, okay.
She told us that she was in New York
so
when we interviewed her.
Now pretend to be on Zoom.
Hello. I'm so glad that I won.
You frozen? Michelle? Michelle.
We'll try and get Michelle back later.
Okay. And now, another musical performance because you can't have enough of them.
You put the devil in me.
Welcome to the show. The girl with the devil in her.
The girls from the Darks of Manhattan.
Welcome.
You put the devil in your birthday. Angel, you put the devil in me. We know the chorus. The rest we don't know.
You put the devil in me. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. What a talent.
Oh, no,
not crickets.
Not
Please,
the crickets.
Audience. That's a bit rude.
Okay, awesome. Good on Michelle. Hopefully we can get back in touch with New York at some point.
She's fine.
Okay. Last three segments, Connor.
Ooh. We're getting down to the big ones.
Really juicy. So companions, the best performance from a companion. They are such a big part of Doctor Who.
They are. They're the audience, you know.
They're our eyes, you know.
They're our eyes and
They
our
literally
ears.
are retinas.
I love it.
So once again, we have the companions in relation to what I think is their best performance overall in an episode. Okay, so the nominees, and there's a lot of them, are, and sorry, Matt Lucas, he didn't get one. I couldn't really pinpoint an episode that he had a standout performance, but he's
Well
fun.
enough in time.
He can get a participation award
Yeah, the runner-up award.
because he's just fun. He's just fun. That wasn't a dig. He's just a fun bonus
It's just
character.
fun. I thought it was supposed to be positive.
It is. That's what I'm trying to correct it. The nominees are Billy Piper in Father's Day,
Yeah.
Freema Agyeman in The Sound of Drums, The Last of the Time Lords,
Yeah.
Catherine Tate from The Stolen Earth and Journey's End, Karen Gillan from The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon, Arthur Darvill from The Girl Who Waited, Jenna Coleman from Dark Water and Death in Heaven, Pearl Mackie from World Enough and Times, The Doctor Falls, Bradley Walsh from The Woman Who Fell to Earth, Mandip Gill from Can You Hear Me, Tosin Cole from Resolution, John Bishop from Flux, and Millie Gibson from 73 Yards. Any bets?
It's got to be Rose. I mean, Rose is like the OG. I'm going to give it to Billy Piper. Either Billy Piper or Catherine Tate.
Well, that's what it did come down to. And I'm telling you, this was neck and neck, like point percentage off throughout the whole thing. Someone slightly got a couple more percent advantage right at the end. And that person is Billy Piper from Father's Day.
Wow. Okay.
Wowie.
Thank you so much.
Father's
Wow.
Day sweep at the moment.
Okay, so we're up here tonight because of one man, my father, Pete Tyler. That was
So is Rose on the stage?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, she won, didn't she?
Billy Piper won.
Billy Piper won. Yes. Well, that's it's starting to confuse me. Yes. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. We're up here because of one man. Well, it's going to be a joke. 'Cause everyone thought I was going to say Russell T Davies, and I said Pete Tyler.
Oh.
That was a joke.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
It's ruined now. Thanks, everybody. My
Sorry.
acceptance speech has been ruined by
Sorry.
the host. He already got slapped once tonight. It's going to happen again. Thank you for everything, everybody.
You're welcome.
I love you. And 20 years, it's incredible. It feels like yesterday I was a 26-year-old playing an 18-year-old. I feel you, Millie. I feel you. Thank you. And good night.
Thanks. Thank you, Billy Piper. Or Rose. Not sure which one was on stage just then.
You know.
Whoa. Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, mate, this is getting hectic.
Okay.
This is getting hectic. Down to the real deal. The beef. The meat on the bones.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
it? What is it going to be?
Once again, I have related these actors to their episodes.
Okay.
This is for the best performance from an actor playing the Doctor.
This is going to be huge.
Massive, mate.
Okay.
Okay, so Christopher Eccleston. Sorry, I stuffed up his name. Eccleston. Christopher Eccleston. Bad Wolf and the Parting of the Ways. David Tennant from Human Nature and the Family of Blood. Matt Smith from the Panderica Opens and the Big Bang. Peter Capaldi, Heaven Sent. Jodie Whittaker from The Haunting of Villa Diodati. And David Tennant from Wild Blue Yonder.
Two noms.
Again. And Ncuti Gatwa from Boom.
This is hard.
Yeah. It was hard for me to narrow it, especially DT, Matt, and I'm actually for all of them to pinpoint them down to one episode was really hard.
I'm going to say Peter Capaldi, Heaven Sent, or DT2 with Wild Blue Yonder.
Well, I will note that I did add a little section on this one for you to add your own,
Right,
your other ones.
Yeah.
And some smartass out there decided to write, it's kind of funny because I don't think any of these are their best Doctor performances. Lol. Get off the stage.
Oh, the foreign press.
Oh, the foreign press. Okay. And the winner with a whopping 58.5%.
Okay, shit, this is crazy. God.
is Peter Capaldi from Heaven Sent.
Yes!
Welcome to the show. He's already won an Oscar in his life,
He has.
and now he's getting even better.
This is better than any Oscar I could have
50%.
gotten. A 50%. Thank you so much, my fellow nominees. I'm inspired by all of you. And shout out to Stephen Moffat and Rachel Tlale and Murray Gold. They've all won for Heaven Sent tonight. Anyway,
I was going to say they're having a sweep.
Heaven Sent has had a sweep,
Heaven Sent and Father's Day sweep.
and it deserves it. Shout out to all my fans. I know I wasn't in Paddington 3, but not a lot of the main cast was. I'm pretty sure.
I
Thanks.
think it was only one main cast member other than.
Well, there
Big
you
Cap,
go.
Wasn't there?
Thank you.
Thank you, Big Cap. Thank
Good
you very much. I love you, Peter Capaldi. Please come back to Doctor Who one day.
Oh, come on.
I miss you.
I miss you so much.
I love you. I love you.
Just come back.
Please come back.
Please come back. I love that.
Okay, now to shake things up, Connor, before we get to the one that everyone's waiting for,
Yeah.
which is the best episode.
Not more of my
the
jokes,
show.
surely.
No, we're not doing your jokes again. That was terrible.
Thank you. Fuck you. You gave me no time. I didn't even say prepared jokes.
I also threw an open-ended question there, a short answer, if
Okay.
you will, if this was NAPLAN or ATAR or GSCE. GCSEs is the UK one, I think.
Or SATs in America.
That's the old SATs.
SATs.
For a bit of fun,
Yeah.
because Doctor Who's a bit of fun.
Yes.
All right, like not every episode's great. We know that, but it doesn't have to be. And a lot of us love episodes that aren't great. So I wanted to know what everyone's best guilty pleasure episodes were.
Great.
Mine would be, we all know, The Bells of St. John. I talk about that a lot. I just find it so fun. Connor, what would yours be?
Love and Monsters.
Yeah, fair. Now, up until I was tracking this, only when we got to about the 80th response did we get a repeat of the same episode,
Okay, repeat.
which struck me as that Doctor Who is just for like everyone. Like everyone has a different guilty pleasure. Every episode has an audience like that someone loves. Like there's people out there that love Orphan 55, which notoriously isn't, the best well received by the majority.
It's the lowest rated episode on TV.
Yeah. But every episode is loved by someone. And I just thought this was a great reflection of that. Some common ones, of course, Love and Monsters. The Lodger was there a lot of the times.
I thought number one would have been Love and Monsters.
Oh, I've not ranked them.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying some general common ones.
Okay.
Love and Monsters, The Lodger, that was there a lot. Fear Her?
Yeah,
had
I
a
get
couple.
that. I get that.
Someone says, I Fear Her. I love the way it captures the experience of fandom. Will always treasure the memories made with friends I only met through a shared interest in Doctor Who. Especially, okay, someone wrote Fear Her, but this is Love and Monsters that they're talking about.
Right. Oh, I see.
Because they then go on to say, I love
Linda.
They met through Doctor Who, especially when we began hanging out and enjoying each other's company beyond the show.
Right.
Screw all the Victor Kennedys out there. Pop culture was also forever changed by the introduction of paving slab Ursula.
Right, yeah, they did mean Love and Monsters, but we love that.
Crimson Horror, which I can appreciate.
Yep,
I do
yep.
think that's a fun one.
Yep.
More love for Love and Monsters, which I think has kind of won this. Kill the Moon's got some love. Voyage of the Dam, which I think is just a cracking episode. Another Crimson Horror kind of shit. Yeah, but good fun. Absolutely.
Kind of shit, but good fun. That's great.
Yeah, and then just a bunch of really fun things. And here's one. I feel like this one was maybe written by the same person that corrected my choices of best Doctor performances.
I see.
Don't want to sound like a knob, but I ain't guilty about any of the things that bring me joy.
Oh, come on. What a fucking fun sucker.
Tooth and Claw, werewolf slasher in Doctor Who.
Well, Hayden loves that episode, as we
do.
found out a couple of weeks ago.
The Rings of Akatan. There's definitely bad parts to the story's logic, but I do kind of like the stuff with Clara's parents. The 11th Doctor's speech was awesome despite accomplishing absolutely nothing.
Good way of putting it.
The Power of the Doctor is literally just a modern The Five Doctors. Everything and the kitchen sink is in there. Plus the 13th Doctor's regeneration is probably the best of all time. Yeah. Bit of love for Unicorn and the Wasp. A bit of love for Daleks in Manhattan in here as well.
Nice.
Lots of love. More Lodger. Let's Kill Hitler. It's bananas fun. And Matt Smith's performance when he's dying is superb. That just help me always lands.
Nice.
Yeah, the Devil's Chord's in there. Yeah,
Devil's Court.
I could go on forever because you guys really turned up, and I really appreciate that. But
That's crazy.
my point here is just the crazy variety of episodes in here. We got Fugitive to June in there as well. We got Smile.
Wow.
Smile's there. Victory of the Daleks. Return of Doctor Mysterio.
Wow.
Like, this is what I mean. There's something for everyone. Oh, Connor, even, gee whiz, Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, because Matt Smith and Jenna give amazing performances with the
That is
script.
true.
They do. That is packed with brilliant ideas, but must have been tough to act with a bunch of green screen and techie dialogue. Yeah. But I could go on, but it literally goes on. Oh, wow, I'm only halfway through them.
That's great. Thank you so much to everybody.
Yes, thank you so
That's
much.
incredible.
We appreciate that.
Used to be a time where we get nothing, so that's so sweet. That's
Yeah.
generally lovely. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it.
This is a fucking big one, Connor.
This is it. The
This
moment
is
everybody has been
Absolutely
waiting for.
huge. And once again, one that really did go back and forth a lot of the time. So I nommed a bunch of the episodes that I think are the best stories in here. This category is the best story, by the way.
Oh, it's gonna be tight.
I put some of my favorite ones in there, and I also allowed people to add whatever story they want in there. So I'm going to read off the nominees, the most rated ones in this selection, okay?
Okay,
You ready?
I'm ready.
World Enough and Time and the Doctor Falls, Heaven Sent, The Day of the Doctor, Vincent and the Doctor, The 11th Hour, The Waters of Mars, Midnight, Blink, Human Nature and the Family of Blood, Dalek, and The Power of the Doctor. That's awesome for Power that it's up there with a lot of the most iconic and talked about episodes.
I'm gonna say it's a coin toss between Heaven Sent and Wars of Mars. Am I right?
Did I read out The Waters of Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's not The Waters of Mars.
I guess Wars of Mars didn't win there because you
saying
didn't even know it was in there. Okay, wow. Well, then I'm gonna say Heaven Sent.
The winner is Heaven Sent. Welcome to the stage, the entire casting crew and
Yes.
production team of Heaven Sent. Producer Stephen Moffat is back on stage here to talk again to us all.
Thank you. So we won for best episode, best director, best score, and best actor. This is incredible. Thank you so much. We're gonna be really partying hard tonight down at the local pub in Scotland. I assume this is taking place probably in Cardiff, so it's a bit of a drive away.
Well, we're in Australia right now, Stephen. How many wines have you had, buddy?
G'day, mate.
Oh, no.
That's like hard to do a Scottish person trying to pretend to be Australian. G'day, mate. Shrimp on Barbie. Thank you. Thank
Get us,
you,
get
everybody.
us. Oh, that's Ireland. Never mind.
Yeah, I know what.
So I've just confused you, Mr. Moffat. I'm so
What?
sorry.
I ain't Irish. I'm Scottish. Fuck.
It's shite to be Scottish.
Shite to be Scottish.
Train Spotting.
Just
What a movie.
quoting one of my favorite movies, Train Spotting.
Yeah.
Not sure if you've seen it.
It's in my top 4 on Letterboxd.
I saw that the other day.
Thank you. Mr. Moffat is checking out
Which
my
is
Letterboxd.
funny because I've barely heard you speak about it, but you know, I think you talk about all the other ones, right?
No, I love Train Spotting.
Well, fantastic. Thank you. You must love Scotland.
I do love Scotland.
Well, thank you. I thought you just said it's shite to be
Well, no,
Scottish.
that's a quote from the movie.
I know it is.
All right, Mr. Moffat, please get down from the stage.
We haven't played the music yet. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good night. We won 4 awards.
Wow. Yeah, Heaven Sent sweeping.
I guess Heaven Sent will always kind of be the go.
It's hard to top that, I
think.
But it's so cool that it's in Series 9.
I know.
Because
Yeah.
the show was obviously at its most popular
Yeah.
during RTD1 and then the Smith years.
Yeah.
And so it's great that there's like this. It shows that maybe there is a day, maybe in Series 2 or 3, that
Yeah.
maybe there is still an episode that can be that good
Yes.
that we can put the tools down and go, holy shit,
I agree.
73 yards.
And it's funny how
That's
I
a
love
joke.
that episode.
I love it, but yeah.
But it's second on IMDb, Heaven Sent. So Blink
What's
is
number one? Blink.
Blink's number 1. So I had a feeling Blink maybe could have won, even though I didn't say it. What did Blink get percentage wise?
Blink,
Got
6.6%. Heaven Sent got 23.1%.
wow, that's quite low.
To be honest, it was between Heaven Sent and World Enough and Time.
Wow. So these are all Moffat episodes. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the next biggest were Midnight and The Day of the Doctor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. They're all in the top 5 of IMDb, I think.
Well, there you go.
Day of the Doctor's like in the top 10, definitely. All right.
Homies love it.
Fantastic. Thank you, everybody.
Well, that was the 50% Oscars. Wow. Woo. Congratulations to all of the nominees, everyone that won. Amazing. Is there another a song to close this out?
And now the end is near.
Is this from Doctor Who?
And so I face the final curtain. There you go. A final Doctor Who song.
Here's Murray Gold doing a solo of Valet de Chem.
Any words for Doctor Who Turn 20?
Sorry?
Any like nice words about Doctor Who Turn 20?
Oh,
Maybe what it means to you and what it meant to you. And
sure. I love you, Doctor Who. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Doctor Who.
Deep.
Well, I wouldn't be like literally in this room talking to you if it wasn't for Doctor Who.
That's true.
You also wouldn't be my friend if it wasn't for Doctor Who.
Thanks.
But also true. We met through Doctor Who.
That is true. Dinosaurs on a spaceship t-shirt.
And we've got to meet awesome friends and people through doing this podcast and Doctor Who, and that has been awesome. Yeah. So thank you, Doctor Who. I literally wouldn't be the person I am today without it. So that's huge. Am I getting emotional? The voice is going a little bit croaky. Oh. What about you, Connor? Any words? Okay, cool.
No, I think generally, like, Doctor Who to me, it feels like a family member. It feels like a part of my life, and it will always be my favorite TV shows. And it's been so up and down with everything, and but it's always been there. And I we're gonna do like a Rose review again, but the show instantly just got me, and it was like planned in the stars that it was meant to be a part of my life, because I instantly just loved it, and I never let go, and I never looked back. So many of my friends now I have because of this show, and it allowed me to this is this show we're doing right now about Doctor Who. I like full on quit YouTube and didn't want to ever fucking do it again, and the one thing that brought me back was the fact that I got to talk about this show, which I love. And I've met so many incredible people from it. And I genuinely, like you, I wouldn't be the same without it. It's been there for me in like the lowest like points of my life, and I love it so much. And it's crazy. We're getting old, and I want to get old with it. So
I might not have been the same person had it not been for Doctor Who, but I would have a lot more money.
That's true. Your collection sets certainly have cost a pretty penny. Everything.
Yeah, that's amazing. So as Connor sort of alluded to there, later this week on the actual anniversary for 20 years of Who, of when Rose came out, we will be dropping a special bonus edition of the podcast, a little short episode where we look back at Rose, the episode that started it all, and I can't wait to talk about it with you.
Yeah, and great. And also, if you guys want to fill your time, we also have a watch along of Rose. So you can literally watch the episode with us. We did it like a year and a half ago, I think. But yeah, you can start the episode, watch it with us, and that'll be our thoughts on it there.
And if you have more time to kill, we also have reviewed Rose before.
True.
It was the very first episode of this podcast we reviewed Rose.
1. So
it's kind of cool that very nearly 5 years later, we're going to be reviewing it again. So stick around for that interview. Make sure you review, subscribe if you haven't already. And I guess we'll see you then.
Thank you.
It's Aidan and Connor's podcast.
Here we go.
We're doing the Doctor Who Oscars. We're doing the Doctor Who Oscars.
We're doing 50%ies and
we kind of lost the plot at the end there.
Da.
We need that big like trumpets, like
a good old in-betweeners reference to end the show.
Just to close out the show.
Thank you and good night.